finding a comfortable seat, whatever that is for you. Ideally, nice straight spine, lifting up through the crown of your head. As always, relax downward gaze, allowing your attention to rest on your breath. So starting off by noticing the natural rhythm of your breath, so becoming aware of the breath as it comes and goes. And this week we are going to work with a new kind of breath. It's something that I don't think I've done with any of you before. It's a really good breath for relieving stress and anxiety, and it's also really, really simple. So all you're going to do is continue to focus on your natural breath and then start to lengthen your exhale. So if, for example, you were inhaling for a count of 6, then you'd want to be trying to exhale for a count of, say, 8. So however many of your own counts that you're breathing in for, try and exhale for a couple of extra counts. As always, don't strain. So it's important that the breath still feels relatively easy. You're lengthening that exhale. So sit with this and be with this. The optimal length of your exhale is for it to be twice as long as your inhale. But like I said, don't strain. So allow this to come, and if it's only, the exhale is only half the length of your inhale, then that's absolutely fine. So it being twice as long, really, it's a goal for the future, not something that you need to achieve today. And we will be working with this breath for the next couple of weeks. And as you sit and breathe, just take a bit of a scan around your body and notice if you start to hold tension anywhere. So I tend to find when I really start to focus on my breath, my shoulders get tight and my face gets tight. So just notice and release. Continue with this slightly longer exhale than inhale. So starting to bring your focus back into your body, into the room. If your eyes are closed, then flickering your eyes open. And if you've been sat cross-legged, then you might want to bring your legs out in front and allow yourself to, I was going to say knee hug them, but that was not what I meant. Give the legs a bit of a shake out. My words don't get any better virtually. I still say the wrong thing. Okay, so just a few joint rotations. So starting off with ankles. I'm going to zip through these nice and quickly today, and then in the other direction. And then coming up, rotate shoulders either way. And then change direction. And relax, chin to chest. And taking head around in a bit of circle. And next time chin comes to chest, changing direction. And next time chin comes to chest, back up through the midline to center. Okay, bringing your legs out wide, so you're sat in a wide leg position or a straddle position. Take your spoon out in front of you, and we're going to start with tiny little circles stirring the porridge. So those of you that have been to this Hatha class for the last few weeks have done this a few times now. And then gradually starting to make the circles slightly bigger until eventually you are working with your maximum stretch. Now that maximum stretch might not be where you would normally be here. It's one of the first movements we've done, so you're still warming up the body, so be kind to yourself. And then we're going to change direction. So starting with the big circles in the opposite direction, nice and big. So leaning as far forwards and as far backwards as you want to. And squishing yourself over to the sides can be really nice as well. It helps give those internal organs a bit of a massage. And then starting gradually to make the circles smaller and smaller. Until eventually you are sat upright again, just making those tiny little circles with your giant spoon. And allow that to relax. Bring both hands up overhead. Exhale, turn towards your right hand side, bringing your right hand down behind. Your left hand comes to your right leg, looking over the right shoulder. Lifting up through the crown of the head, drawing in the deep abdominal muscles, so engaging Mula Bandha. And then inhale, come back to center, lifting both hands up overhead. Exhale, bring the hands to the floor, walk the hands out in front of you. So again, be kind to yourself, be very aware of how your back is here. So don't strain into the lower back, you can always come up. Breathe into the stretch. And then we're going to walk the hands across to the right hand side. So you come, so your nose is roughly over your right knee. And again, you can be as high or as low as is right for your body here. So don't go into any kind of lower back pain. Keep lengthening the sides of your body so those deep abdominal muscles are still pulling in and up. Nice and strong here. Toes are pointing up towards the sky. And then hands are walking back towards the center again. And then on an inhale, you're coming right the way up through the midline. Bending the right knee, placing the right foot against the left thigh. Bring the right hand down to the side of the right thigh. And then you're going to inhale, push into the hand, come up onto the shin, push your hips forwards, and then take some rotations with the top arm. It doesn't matter which way you take the rotations because we're going to go in both directions. So nice big rotations if you can. And then change directions with the arm. Really stretch through the arm and the shoulder. And then as you exhale, bringing your buttocks back to the earth. And bring the right leg out so you come back to your straddle position. Inhaling, both hands come up overhead. Exhale, drop the left hand down behind, right hand comes to left thigh, looking over the left shoulder, lifting up through the crown of the head, lengthening both sides of your body, lifting your toes up towards the sky, breathing into the stretch. Shoulder blades fall down your back. And then inhaling, come back to center, both hands come up overhead. Exhale to bring your hands to the earth and walk your hands forwards. So as always, be aware of your lower back here. Don't strain your back, ease off if you need to. Breathing into the stretch. And then walking your hands over to your left hand side until you come so your nose is roughly over your left knee. And breathing into the stretch here. Try and keep your toes nice and active so your toes stay pointing up towards the sky. Take care that your knees aren't dropping inwards as well. Make sure knees stay pointing up towards the sky. Just a couple more breaths here. And then walking your hands back to center. And on an inhale, walking your hands all the way back up. Bend the left leg, so you're placing the left foot against the right thigh. Place the left hand down to the side of the left thigh. And then inhaling, pushing into the hand, coming up onto your shin. And as you do so, starting to take some rotations with the top arm. Nice and big, nice and slow as well. And then changing direction. Really feeling the stretch into the armpit, all the way around the shoulder joint, really mobilizing all of those shoulder muscles here. And then exhaling, coming back down to the earth. Bringing your feet up, so your feet are flat on the floor, and they're about hip width apart. Then bring your hands behind you, your fingers are facing forwards, and your hands are about 1 to 2 hand spans behind you. So the longer arms you've got, the further back your hands need to be. Roll your shoulders back, open your chest, you're pushing your chest up towards the sky. And then inhaling, pushing into your hands, pushing into your feet, and lift everything up. So you're really trying to lift nice and strong through the glutes, strong in the thighs, pushing the floor away with your feet. Make sure your feet stay firmly grounded. Keep pushing into the floor with your hands. I know this gets hard quite quickly, so if you can lift your hips just a little bit more. And then exhale, lower all the way back down. And give your arms a bit of a shake. Definitely got some faces on screen. I'm too far away, Casey, you can't get me. Okay, coming over to all fours. So planting your hands below your shoulders, knees below your hips. And keeping those firmly planted, we're just going to start by taking some free-form movement. So moving in any way that feels nice. So the only rules here is that your hands and your knees stay where they are. Any other movement is fair game. So just seeing if you can find anything that feels particularly nice to move into. Maybe a position that you've not found before. Just listening to your body here and seeing what your body needs or wants. And then bringing that back gently to neutral. We'll take some standard cat stretches here. So drop the belly, inhale and look up. And then arching the back, exhaling and look down. So inhaling to lift. And exhaling, tailbone tucks, lower belly pulls in. Head comes down. Working with your breath. And then on your next exhale, coming back to a neutral, back to a flat back. And we're going to take the right hand and we're going to thread the right hand underneath the left, bringing the right shoulder down to the earth, the right side of the head down to the earth. Thread the needle. So you can either leave your left hand on the floor, and some of you might absolutely want to do that, and that's fine. Or you can lift your left hand up overhead to increase the stretch, to open further through your chest. Take a few breaths here. So you're really looking to open the chest. This can be quite an intense pose for the shoulders. On an exhale now, bringing the left hand back to the earth, pushing into the left hand to lift yourself up, bringing the right hand back to come to all fours. And we're going to swap sides. So taking the left hand underneath, threading the arm underneath you, bringing the side of the head down towards the earth. So you might leave the right hand firmly planted here, or you might lift the right hand up, opening the chest. On an exhale, now right hand comes back down to the earth. And pushing into the right hand to unravel yourself and come all the way back to all fours. So leaving your knees where they are, keeping this nice right angle that you've got here between your knees and your hips, and walk your hands forwards. So you might bring the crown of your head to the earth here. You might bring your forehead to the earth. Or some of you might bring your chin and your chest down towards the earth. But most of you, I would have thought, would be with crown of the head on the earth. So this is quite an intense shoulder stretch again. So just breathe into the pose. And as always, work with your own body. And then inhale to walk your hands back up. And lower yourself down to rest on your belly. Bring your hands out in front of you, make a pillow with your hands, and then rest your forehead down on your hands. And you can allow everything else here to relax. And for a minute or two, we're going to bring our focus back to our breath. Noticing your inhale and your exhale. And this time we're going to look to make the breath of equal length. So a nice coherent breath. Ideally, you want this to be 6 seconds in and 6 seconds out. But breathing at a rate that feels appropriate for your body. Just try and make the in-breath and the out-breath the same way. And then as you breathe, try and consciously breathe into the back of your body. So that's why we're laid on our bellies, so we've got better access to the lung tissue at the back. There's actually more lung tissue in the back of your body than there is in the front of your body. So with that coherent breath, see if you can breathe right the way down into the bottom of the back of your lungs. And expand that breath up into your mid-back. And then right the way into your upper back. And then exhaling from your upper back, your mid-back. And finally exhaling from the very bottom of your lungs. So keep breathing here. Work with the rhythm of your breath. Also be aware that this breathing into the back, it can be quite subtle and it can be quite challenging if you're not used to breathing into the back of your body. So as with everything, there's no need to strain, just allow what comes to come. And if it doesn't come today, perhaps it will come another time. The most important thing is that you breathe. Nice and slow and gentle. Ideally, inhaling 6 and exhaling. Letting go now of the breath. Returning to your physical space. Bringing your hands so they're placed flat on the mat just beside your chest. Tuck your toes underneath. And then push into the hands, come to all fours. And then from all fours, continue pushing into the earth, pushing into the feet. Lift your tailbone and come to downward dog. And then walk the dog. So you're pushing your heels away one at a time. Stretching out the backs of your legs, stretching out hamstrings. Easing ourselves into the dog. And then inhaling, walk your feet towards your hands, bend your knees as much as you need to here. And then clasp hold with your elbows, relax head and neck, and allow yourself to hang here in the forward fold. Try and keep the hold of your lower body nice and relaxed. And then release your arms. And on an inhale, very gently roll yourself to standing. So you're stacking your vertebrae one on top of the other, one at a time. Nice and slow. Last things to come up are your shoulders, and then your neck, and then your head. Lovely. Give everything a little bit of a shake out. Okay. It's going to move through the sun sleep sequence that we have been doing for the last couple of weeks, but we're not going to take as many breaths this time. We're going to move through it much quicker. So this will be a test of who's been paying attention. So come to the front of your mats, find summer CTE. So connecting into the earth through all corners of your feet, shoulder blades down your back, crown of the head lifting up towards the sky. Inhale, wide stretch, reach up. Exhale, wide stretch, fold forwards. Inhale, come to tabletop. Exhale, step back with your right leg, drop your knee to the earth, and then inhale, wide stretch, come up to your low lunge. Exhale, hands come down either side of your front foot. We'll take an inhale here. Exhale, step back to plank. Drop your knees to the earth. Keep your elbows in close, lower all the way. Inhale, come to cobra. And exhale from there to downward dog. So we will stop for a few breaths in downward dog. So if you need to adjust your feet, then absolutely do adjust your feet. Shoulder blades down your back. Relax head and neck. Inhale, lift your right leg up behind. Exhale, step your foot forwards between your hands and drop your back knee. Inhale, wide stretch, come up to your low lunge. Exhale, hands come down to the earth and step forwards. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, folding down. And then inhaling, wide stretch, come all the way up. Exhale, hands to your sides. And again, inhale, wide stretch, reach up. Exhale, wide stretch, fold forwards. Inhale, come to tabletop. Exhale, step your left foot back, drop your knee. And then inhale, come up to your low lunge. Exhale, hands down either side of your front foot. We'll take an extra inhale here. And then exhale, step back to plank. Drop your knees, keep your elbows close to your body, lower all the way down to the earth. Inhale for cobra. Exhale to downward dog. So we'll stop for a few breaths in downward dog. So adjust your feet if you need to. Tailbone lifts towards the sky. Nice and strong through Mula Bandha, through those deep abdominal muscles. Head and neck relax. Inhale, lift your left leg up behind. Exhale, step your foot all the way through, drop your right knee. And inhale, come up to your low lunge. Exhale, bring your hands down either side of your front foot and step your right foot to meet your left. Inhale for tabletop. Exhale to fold forwards. And then inhaling, wide stretch, come all the way up to standing. Exhale, hands to your sides. And give everything a little bit of a shake out. Okay. Right. I'm going to attempt a sequence I've never done before. So this is going to be interesting. Bring your feet so they're a little bit wider than hip width apart. And then bring your hands behind and clasp your hands. Roll your shoulders back, open through your chest. Okay, so we're going to take an inhale here, and then exhale, fold forwards, lifting hands up off your back. Obviously, be very aware of your back here, and if you need to take a big bend with the knees, then do definitely take a big bend with your knees. Keep breathing here. And then inhale, release hands, bring hands up overhead and come to a wide leg Uttanasana. As you do that, make sure that your knees don't drop in together. Exhale, hands come down, fold forwards. Inhale, step back with your right foot, and this time we're going to come to a high lunge. If you need to drop your knee, then by all means you can drop your knee. You don't have to come to the high lunge unless you want to. And then inhale, reach up, hands either come to hips, or bring them to cactus arms, or bring your hands up overhead, whichever works for you. On the exhale, bring both hands down either side of your front foot. And then inhale, lift your left arm up to come to lunge twist. That's it. You can drop your knee here if you need to. You don't have to keep it lifted. Exhale, bring your hand down to the outside of your front foot. We are now going to drop the back knee. And then you're going to sit backwards. You're going to lift your left toes up towards the sky. And this should give you a nice stretch down the left hamstring. So some of you might want to be right up here. If you want to increase the stretch, then you can do that by coming right the way down towards your leg. So work with where you are. You might find as well that you want to bring your left heel slightly further forwards. It will all depend on where your hamstrings are. From here then, tuck your back toes underneath, bring your left foot back to the earth. And you're going to push into your back feet and then drop your right ankle, heel even, sorry, down towards the earth. Nice. Left hand comes to the outside edge of your left foot. And then inhale, open up the right arm and come to triangle, Trikonasana. And then inhale from there and come up to standing. Just shift the feet so you come to a wide leg forward fold. I'm going to turn around because you don't want to see my back. Sorry. Hatha. Okay, hands out to horizontal, which is where most of you are. Exhale, bring your hands to your hips. Inhale, look up, open the front of your body. And then exhale, fold forwards here. So you can leave your hands on your hips if you want to, or you can bring your hands down to the earth. It's entirely up to you. As always, any lower back stories, take a nice big bend with your knees. We're going to inhale, come up to a flat back or as close to a flat back as you can get. Place your left hand in the midline, so roughly sort of about the middle of your chest, where your chest is. And then inhale, lift the right arm up to come to a twist. Looking up along the length of your right arm if that feels okay with your neck. Exhaling, bringing the hand back down to the earth. And then walk the hands around to the front of your mat so you come back to your high lunge with your hands down on the earth, so runner's lunge. And then inhale, step your back foot to meet your front foot. Exhale here. And then inhaling, wide stretch, come all the way up. And exhale, hands come down to your sides. Okay. We're going to do all of that on the other side. So again, starting off, bringing your feet a little bit wide with hip width apart. Bring your hands behind, clasp, roll shoulders back. Inhale, open through your chest. And then as you exhale, fold forwards, lifting your hands up off your back and down towards the earth. Release the hands as you inhale, swing the arms all the way around and up to come to a wide leg Utkatasana. Make sure you don't drop your knees inwards as you do this. Exhale, fold forwards. And step your left foot back and come to your high lunge. You might need to adjust your feet slightly as you come to your lunge position. On an inhale, coming up, either hands to hips, hands to cactus, or hands up overhead, whichever works for you. Obviously, as always, you can drop your back knee here if you need to. You don't have to be in the high lunge position. On an exhale, both hands come down either side of your front foot. And then inhale, lift your right hand up, turning to look up and along the length of your right arm. On an exhale, hand comes down, back down to the earth. Drop your back knee, and then you're going to lift your right toes up. So you're getting this stretch down the back of your hamstrings. So like I say, you might want to move your right heel forwards to make that more comfortable. And you can either stay right up here, or if your hamstrings will allow, you can lean yourself forwards. Breathing into the stretch. Then you're going to bring your right toes back to the earth, so your foot's flat on the earth. You're going to tuck your left toes underneath to bring yourself up and drop your left heel to the earth. Bring your right hand to the inside of your right foot. Start to straighten the right leg. And then inhale and open yourself up to Trikonasana. So if you need to have your hand on your shin in Trikonasana, then absolutely do. Taking a tiny bend with the front knee, so just not locking that front knee joint. And then inhale, come all the way up, hands out to horizontal, and shift your feet so you come to face this side of your mat. Exhale, bring your hands to your hips. On an inhale, look up, open the front of your body. And then exhale, fold forwards. And again, option here to leave your hands on your hips if you want to, or you can bring your hands down to the earth, whichever works for you. And as always, if you need to bend your knees, then bend your knees. On an inhale, come up to a flat back, or as close as you can get. Then bring your right hand and place that on the earth, roughly in the center of your chest. Obviously, bend your knees if you need to. And then inhale, open your left hand up, opening the chest, looking up along the length of your left arm if that works for your neck. Otherwise, continuing to look down at your right hand. Exhale, drop your left hand back to the earth and walk yourself around so you come to face over your front foot. Place both hands flat down on the earth and step back to downward dog. And then from downward dog, if you're familiar with the jump through to seated, then absolutely you can do that if you want to. Otherwise, drop your knees to the earth, sit your buttocks back on your heels and come to sit down. And then we are going to come and lay flat on our backs. Bring your feet down to the earth, about hip width apart. And allow your hands to come and rest on your lower belly. So the seed flower sequence, we've done this for the last few weeks. So what we're going to do is you're going to inhale, open your hands out to the sides, and as you do so, you're also going to drop your knees out to the side. And then as you exhale, knees are going to come back together, hands are going to come back down onto your belly. So you're inhaling to open, hands open, knees open, and exhaling to close. So try and keep this movement nice and slow, nice and gentle. Work gently with your breath. Just the rate of movement here is led entirely by you. And then picking one of those movements, so either the open or the closed, and staying with it for a few breaths. If you pick the open movement, it's nice to then bring the soles of your feet together so they're touching. That helps support the legs. Again, if you've chosen the open movement with the shoulders, just make sure that your shoulder blades stay down your back. Whichever movement you've chosen, just allow yourself to relax and to really let go. Allow your attention to rest again with your breath. If you've chosen the open position, on an inhale, bring everything back. So knees come back together, hands come back to your belly. And then very gently set yourself up for Shavasana. So if you need pillows or blankets or jumpers or socks, any of those things to make yourself comfortable, then grab hold of them now. And then settle yourself down onto your mat. So really allowing yourself to let go and relax here. Imagining that a golden liquid relaxation is creeping into your body through the soles of your feet. and that relaxation is spreading all the way through the feet into the tips of each of your toes and then into your ankles and up into your lower legs. All of the muscles of the lower legs are letting go and relaxing. So that liquid relaxation spreads and envelops the whole of the knee joints and moves into the fronts and backs of the thighs. That liquid relaxation creeping now into the pelvis and the buttocks, the abdomen, the lower back, spreading throughout your rib cage, your chest, your mid back and your upper back, really letting go now, feeling completely relaxed. That golden liquid relaxation, it's like it's massaging every remaining piece of tension out of both of your shoulders. And it's spreading down both of your arms to the tips of each of your fingers. That golden liquid relaxation spreading into the back of your neck, the back of your head, all the way through your head to the crown of your head, and around into your forehead, your cheeks, your jaw, your mouth. So your whole body is full of this wonderful liquid relaxation. The whole body completely supported by the earth, completely relaxed. Let's go. There is nothing more here to be done. Allow yourself this time and this space to really relax. wiggle your fingers and your toes. Drop your head from side to side. And then being mindful of everything that's around you, bring your hands up overhead and allow yourself a lovely fingertip to toe tip stretch. And then very gently find your way to your right hand side to rest in the recovery position. And then very gently find your way up to seated. Bring hands up overhead in the Prana Mudra. Bring your hands together overhead to the crown of your head, to your third eye for wisdom and clarity of thought, to your lips and your throat for peace and love in all that we say, and to your heart space for love unconditional. So thank you all for sharing tonight's virtual practice.
Thank you.